Hey girls, Kaylee here. So today we have a tutorial on our winged eyeliner because you guys asked for it in a couple videos ago and I said I would do it. So we have this eyeliner tutorial. I hope it's helpful for you guys. It's a little just basic primer. I've got to say it is definitely one of those things that you have to practice. It's just you can't watch enough videos or read enough things. It just takes you practicing on yourself. But this is how to go ahead and start practicing and just some ways to start thinking about it for yourself. So I hope you guys like it and I will see you in my next video. Okay, I already filmed this part once, but it got deleted off my computer, so this part little here is going to look different than the rest of the video. Sorry. Basically, the first thing you're going to do is create a line that extends from your lower lid out, and you want it to kind of follow the same angle as your lower lid. A nice way to do that is to put your brush up to here, and then you get a nice straight line out like that. You can also choose if you want it a little bit more horizontal, you can line it up with the end of your eyebrow, and that way you have a nice little guideline there. But generally, the most flattering, and when you want to start out, what you want to try first is just going along the same line as your lower lid, like so. So you can see the kind of line that we're going to be making there. So then I'm just taking my Physicians Formula Gel Liner. This is my favorite kind. It's got some sparkles in it. And just a little angled brush. And this is just a generic little like $1 brush. And I'm just going to set it down, and it really helps if you just go ahead and line your brush up with the end of your eyelid. And you can just put it down and drag a little. And see, it's going to be spotty, but it kind of gives you those little areas that you want, and then you can just fill it in a lot easier. So I'm just going to connect that line through here, and I'm going to probably pull it out a little bit more. You can see that line extends straight out from the angle of my lower lid. And again, that's a pretty flattering look for anybody, but if you want, you can always extend it up to here. But this right here is going to be your little length line. This determines how long your wing is going to be. You can determine how big your wing is going to be by how far you take this out. So if you want it to be a fairly large wing, take it further out. If you want it to be a little tiny, you just put it right there. Then you connect back to your lid. So basically you can find a little point on the lid where you want it. Now this is where you determine how thick it is. So this determines how long your wing is. Now you're going to determine how thick your wing is. If you want it to be really thick, you can bring it all the way up to here-ish in this area. Or if you want it to be a little bit thinner, you can take it to about here. This is going to get you that wispy Marilyn Monroe-esque one. This is going to get you more like Audrey Hepburn, kind of thick, wedgy liner. So that's kind of some reference points for you there. I tend to do about between the two, so about right here. So I'm just going to start here, and I'm going to pull it out. It's okay if you have a weird little thing like that, we can go back and fix it. And you're just going to pull it out and connect it to the corner of what we just did. Oops, I totally got that out of camera. I went like this, and pulled it like that. And now I'm going to fix that weird little flicky thing. Alright, so you can see now we've kind of got the outline of it. You got your first line right here, and then you got your next line right here. This is our length line, this is our width line. So now that you've got that, you can just look and see if that's kind of the shape that you want to have, which for me, it looks good. This is where I like it to be. So then all you have to do is fill it in. I just feel like it needs to be blended a little bit more, so to blend it, what I'm going to do is go ahead and take it the rest of the way in. So I'm going to take a really thin line going from here in, but really, really thin, because you want to not off balance your wing right here. So I'm just going to kind of bury my brush into the lash line. You also might want to arch it a little bit over the top of your lid, just to make it a little bit more round. And all you're doing there is just making it a little bit thicker. See, for me it was just a little bit flat through here, so I just added a little bit, and now it's nice and round, and then it goes out to the wing. There. So there you go. And I'm going to show you again on the other eye. This is my tricky eye, so I started with the other eye first. But you've got your line right there. You also kind of want to look back at the line that you just made. So this line that I made kind of goes pretty horizontally like this. So I'm going to keep following this line pretty horizontally like so. There we go. I feel like that's pretty even. We'll find out, won't we? Then I'm going to go ahead and connect it back up. Again, right about here is where I like to connect mine. This one's going to take playing around with on your eye. I would say if you've never done it before and you're trying to try it out, see what you like, then start by connecting it really close in. See how that looks on you. If you don't like that, add a little bit more, add a little bit more. See what works and what doesn't work. You'll find out really fast doing that. And And then I'm filling it in because I like where it looked. Oh, I always try to give myself some grace here when it comes to getting my eyes even because they're never going to be completely the same. You just kind of want to get it as close as you can so that people aren't looking at you on the street like, okay, so her eyes are completely different. You just want it to, you want it to look similar, but you're never going to get it exactly the same, so don't freak out. So I've made my little wing and now I'm going to connect it over because right now you can tell the difference. This is when it's mostly on the outside and this is when it's been connected over a little bit. This is a pretty flattering look on my eye shape, so I usually like doing this, but I have to make it match the size, so I'm going to pull it over a little bit. And okay, I forgot to show you last time, so I'm going to show you this time. You can see it looks a little bit flat through here compared to this one, which is a bit rounder. I'm going to try to look straight at the camera so you can see. I'm always checking myself in the viewfinder and I need to look at the lens. Anyway, so this is a bit rounder. And then this one you can look at and see that it's actually a bit flatter because the weight of it, where it reaches its highest little apex, is about right here. Whereas with this one, it's about here. So to even that out, if you don't want it out here, which I don't, I want it to be up here, then what you're going to do is just add a little bit more eyeliner through. And if you end up with any weird bumpies, I usually just hit it with my finger. Right when when you first put it on, it's really creamy and wet, and so you can just go for it really quickly and it'll fix it. Right now I accidentally made this one a little bit too fat down here, so it kind of, you can see it's a little bit chunkier right here and has a little bit more weight down here, whereas this one's kind of nice and streamlined and better, and I like it better. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of eye makeup remover on a Q-tip and I'm going to fix it. Now I always wait, if I know that I'm just a little bit off, I wait till the end to fix it up, just because I don't like, if I make a line and I take it off and then I make another line and I take it off, it just gets really frustrating for me. So I just wait till the end and then I go and clean it up after that because it's a little bit easier. I'm just going to go in there and just clean it up a little bit. Now it always likes to pull it too far. You see how it pulls it out? Then I just take the dry side, kind of roll and clean. Alright, then I'm going to take another dry one. Because if you keep getting the eye makeup remover on it, it's going to keep pulling everything around and it's going to get really messy really quickly. And if you accidentally removed any eyeshadow, you can go back and do that. You can see that I am now missing some foundation there, so I'm going to probably go back in and touch that up in a second as well. Okay, and then you apply your mascara, add any more makeup, and you are done. But basically with the whole winged eyeliner thing, it just takes so much practice. I have literally done this on myself hundreds of times. So it is kind of the product of a lot of, or the result of a lot of work by my part to see what works on me and what doesn't, and you know, just what balances things out. So it's going to take a lot of you just using your makeup brushes and your eyeliner on yourself and figuring out what you like. But those are the basics, just the basic way to sketch out your shape and to fill it in and to get rid of it if you don't like it. Those are just the tips and tricks that I use. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. I hope this was a good little starter for some of you guys who want to do some winged eyeliner. And I think that's it. I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye!